Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week I'm going to read my children's book, Rosemary Lynn and Her Fallen Feline Friend. And what I've done is put the photos so that as I read the book, you should be able to see them right over here on display. So this book was created in 2013. The story was written. In 2015 it was copyrighted and put together in print, and here we are in 2020 and able to present it on YouTube. So it's pretty exciting to be able to sit and read and share this story. As I said in my introduction to my YouTube channel, that when I wrote this story and first received the book, opened it up and read it in my home office at the time and just cried. It was very emotional to see something. I mean, first of all, when you have your first book that you've written and then it's like in your hands, and then second, to see such a sweet story, to see it come to life, you know, through the illustrations and the text together. So it's taken a while to be able to begin to speak about my experience in foster care and to be able to really get to the heart of why I wrote a children's book, that this is my story. And let's go ahead and begin. My name is Rosemary Lynn. I think I was named after my real grandma Rosemary, but with a little bit of a different change to the name. I don't know a lot about where I came from, only what I've been told by my foster mother and social worker. This foster mom is my third in 2 years. I hope I can stay in this home for a while. It's okay here, better than the last two. I have a foster sister in this home. She isn't a foster child like me. She's the real daughter of the mom and dad here. She has lots of nice toys, but I'm not allowed to play with them. Instead, I sit nearby and play with a few select toys kept for me in a box by the piano. I don't know why we can't share the same toys. Maybe it's because I might not stay here very long, so the mom doesn't want me to like the things too much. Maybe it's because I wasn't here my whole life, so I kind of don't belong. I don't complain about the things I don't know. Maybe if I stay quiet so I don't bother anybody, then I can live here in this house a long time. The mom makes good food, and I like how the dad always asks how my day was when he gets home from work. He sometimes listens to my answer and sometimes doesn't, but he always pats me on the head and says, "That's good," before he walks away. The mom washes my clothes and has taught me how to fold and stack them neatly on the floor in my bedroom. My foster sister has pretty dresses that puff out at the bottom like a princess dress does. My clothes are plain and practical. In case I have to move, they are easy to bring with me. I can fit all my clothes in one small suitcase. I don't think my foster sister can do that. This is an okay home, but when I am alone, I look up at the sky and I imagine myself far away from here. I like to pretend I'm in a place where there are many kids like me, kids without a complete family tree. We can all play with anything we want. No one feels alone and different. I think of this special place and it makes me smile. When I realize I'm smiling, it brings my thoughts back to the here and now. And that's okay, sometimes. One of my favorite things to do is sit at my bedroom window and watch. I watch people walking, cars driving, birds chirping, the mailman making deliveries, and the garbage truck taking trash away. One day, as I watched my foster mom walk her daughter to a birthday party that I wasn't invited to, something catches my eye. The garbage man lifts the trash bin and a mesh bag falls to the sidewalk. I hurry outside, run over to the bag, scoop it up, and scurry into my bedroom. I'm excited to see what this possible treasure could be. When I open the bag, I find the most unusual stuffed animal. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like a cat, but like a tough, grumpy-faced cat with wings. None of the cats I have ever seen in real life or even in pictures have had wings. Unusual as this animal is, I immediately fall in love with him. Yes, him. He looks so tough. It must be a he. I wonder, was he thrown away? Why was he thrown away? Was he ever loved or hugged? Did he get to sit with the other stuffed animals in the house? Or was he thrown into the trash because he didn't match anything else? He isn't exactly the cutest toy I've ever seen. His short fur is mostly gray and darker in some places than others. He looks like a fat, scrappy alley cat that has been in his share of fights. From the size of his belly, I'd say he won most of those fights. His wings are solid and sturdy, dark purple, yet lighter purple along his wing bones. His wings are not dainty like fairy wings. They look strong enough to fly him and a friend anywhere. His crystal blue eyes seem to stare at me as if to say, "Don't worry, kid. You're not alone anymore. In my eyes, he is perfect." We have each other now, and neither of us will ever feel alone or unloved again. I keep him hidden in my closet during the day. I'm sure if my foster mom or sister saw him, they would wrinkle their nose in disapproval and he would return to where I found him. I name him Blick. I can just hear either of them saying, "Blick is ick," but to me, he's beautiful. I like to pull him from the closet to sit with me at my window while I imagine my special place. I hold him tight to me as I fall asleep. Blick hears all my wishes and is my best friend. I'm so happy to have found him, and sometimes wonder if he jumped from that trash bin just so I would see him. But then I giggle because Blick isn't alive. He can't jump anywhere. Speaking of jumping, it's time I jump into bed. My foster mom is hollering down the hall, "Lights out, everyone." I cuddle Blick tight, rest my head, and begin to drift to sleep. I'm awakened by a tickling feeling on my chest. I know it isn't a bug because the tickles go all the way from armpit to armpit. Blick's wings seem to have come alive. I turn him around so his face is to mine instead of his wings, and then I see something different about him. His eyes are suddenly a pretty sky blue and glowing bright. His wings are moving very fast. In fact, now he's above the bed where I lie. I reach for his paw and hold on tight as we both float out my bedroom window and then outside of the house. Where are we going? Even though I don't like high places, I wasn't afraid. I know Blick will take care of me wherever we go together. I'm not sure how long we are flying, but we pass through a circle of swirling stars and then over a very pretty garden. It's the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Trees are everywhere in every shape and size, as well as strange-looking colorful flowers. This place seems so familiar, yet I know I've never been here before. Blick turns to me and without moving his mouth makes funny chirping noises. They aren't chirps like a bird. These sounds come up from his fat belly, up his throat, and out his nose. I understand the tones of his chirps as if they were words spoken out loud to me. This is the place you imagine. I hear your thoughts, dreams, and secret wishes. You are not alone. We hover above the ground and I see so many kids my age, some a little younger and some a little older, all coming to greet us. Blick Chirp says, "These children are just like you. They feel alone in the world. They live in foster homes just like you, and wish for a place to go where they would have friends who understand their feelings. Like you, they each found their fallen feline guardian. We are the cats who were discarded and forgotten on earth, and now we are guardian angels with wings. We are here to watch over you and help you know you are not alone." I look around me and see that every child has their own fallen feline like Blick, but just as no two kids are exactly alike, neither are our winged friends. This beautiful green garden of trees, bushes, flowers, and soft grass feels like the safest and most welcoming place I could imagine. All my new foster children friends imagine this same place, and together we created it in our dreams. Now we all play, dance, and sing together. No one feels left out, alone, or discarded. Now I know there is a place I can go in my dreams. It doesn't matter that during the day I might feel different and alone. I am warm in my heart because I have a place for me, a secret garden not far from reach. All I have to do is imagine I am here as I fall asleep, and so shall I be. Friends can be family. Love is all around me. Although this story was written with foster children in mind, the theme will appeal to the inner child of anyone who has felt segregated or alone. Join Rosemary Lynn and her best friend Blick from their introduction to showing each other unconditional love on a journey of imagination. And that's the back. This, as I said, was just loosely based on my emotional feeling in foster care with a bit of fantasy spun into the story, of finding a friend, of feeling that I could speak with somebody who understood me, even if it was my stuffed animal, which when I was a child, my stuffed animals were my friends, and still are. Still have a couple of them in my office. In fact, this little guy sitting here was handmade by a lady who, when I first spoke of my story, when it was just an idea, I had the opportunity of sitting with a woman, and we happened to be in the same place at the same time, and I told her of the story I was thinking about writing, and she is a writer and educated, and she said, yes, you have to write that story. And you know, along the way, we meet people that we share our dreams with, parts of our heart, who are encouraging to express that dream, express that part of your heart, and put it out to the world. And she was one of those people that I still, treasure that experience, because it did give me some confidence to say, okay, I can write the story. And she asked what Blick looked like, and to really describe him to her before the book was printed. And then all of a sudden I got this in the mail, where she took that description and hand stitched him. So this is the only stuffed animal Blick that I'm aware of in existence, but at some point I would love to get this little guy made and have him be sold along with the book. Thank you so much for listening to me share this book and for the opportunity to read it to you. I would love to hear some questions and in the comments below, and be able to answer them for you if there's anything that specific that you'd like to know about the story. I just would like to build some kind of a positive community here with this YouTube channel, and be able to continue to raise awareness to the children who are currently in the system, to children who have aged out of the system, to just continue to bring awareness to anyone really who the foster care system has affected, and to do it in a positive light and an educational light. Leave something in the comments for me related to the book. I would love to be able to find answers to your questions if I don't already have the answers. So until next time, thank you.